Nearly 3.5 years later, after Peacock's first documentary surrounding Cassie Anthony, she has returned to the limelight on TikTok, now as a legal advocate for other people.
No, here's the fucking news.
Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me in yet another video at the channel had just gone viral. If you're new here, we like to cover news and crime, give analysis, and also tell you information that sometimes the mainstream media won't tell you. So with that being said, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. For some viewers who are too young to remember, a 20-something Florida woman was the O.J. Simpson of her day. She was accused of taking the life of her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee, on the 15th of July 2008. Cindy Anthony, Cassie's mother, called 911 to report her granddaughter missing for 31 days, and that the trunk of Cassie's Pontiac Sunfire smelt of rotting corpse. If there was such a game as Karen Bingo, then Cassie Anthony would have covered the whole card. She had misled investigators, pointed the finger at a made-up Afro-Latino nanny, and showed more concerns for her own self-preservation than for recovering her daughter. But finally in October, Cassie was charged with the first degree of taking the life of her daughter. 2 months later, Kaylee's skeletal remains were discovered, blanketed inside a laundry bag in a wooden area near the Anthony's family Orlando home. The autopsy further noted the presence of duct tape at the front of Kaylee's skull and on her mouth, grounds enough to pronounce that the death was a homicide. Cassie Anthony's trial held the nation in thrival for 6 weeks in early 2011. Media and magazine outlets dubbed it the social media trial of the century. People were being gaslit from Anthony's non-guilty plea to being captivated by the sight of a young woman flexing her white privilege, her pretty privilege, and tears. But ultimately the prosecution, which had sought the death penalty, failed to convince jurors that Anthony took the life of her daughter to free herself from the buzzkill of parenthood. Since the exclusive on Peacock back in 2022, named Where the Truth Lies, we have not heard or seen anything from Cassie Anthony since. Yet she has now returned to the limelight on social media, on TikTok, as a legal advocate for others, taking into consideration her experience that she's been through and her acquittal. But is this a woman who is a victim of losing her child, or is this a narcissist who is seeking ever more attention from the public and sympathy? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Is Cassie Anthony a villain, or is she a victim? I will leave you with this own video from Cassie Anthony's TikTok. I hope you enjoyed the video and the content. If you haven't already, smash subscribe and turn on the notification bell for future videos. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next video.
Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Cassie Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights. I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car. And I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.